Brad Miller, CEO of PSTA.
Jack Latbella, Senator, District 20. How are we going to have a regional system? I think I read in the paper this weekend where in Pinellas County we want to put on the ballot a proposal for our voters in Pinellas County to pay an extra sales tax to have rail in Pinellas County. How are we going to have a rail system that's meaningful in Pinellas County without it connecting to Hillsborough County? That's just crazy and irresponsible in my opinion. If we're going to have a regional system, we need to have a regional operating authority. And I think this JPA is probably a viable alternative for that. And you know, if it needs some legislation to implement it, I'll be happy to do the legislation. But we just need to wake up and understand what this is all about.
But a suggestion for the Joint Powers Authority, because I think there's some confusion, or there was, at least amongst the PSTA members, about how that might work in an efficient way and not just add another layer or another committee. What could possibly happen if it was set up right by the legislature was PSTA and HART would still exist as legal entities, but basically PSTA and HART would only exist on paper. The Joint Powers Authority would be where all the action was, where the operations was, where all of the staff would be housed, where all of the planning decisions would be made, and where the transit services would be operated. The staff and assets of PSTA and HART would still be owned by PSTA and HART, but be dedicated to the JPA. The JPA board would meet regularly, but the PSTA and HART boards would not meet and would not really have any responsibilities moving forward. This could Again, the reason for keeping PSTA and HART is to avoid having to have a referendum. PSTA and HART have the taxing authorities, the property tax authorities now, and to go to a full merger and eliminate PSTA and HART would almost undoubtedly require a referendum. So the consultants working with the lawyers tried to find a way around that. And the JPA, or some sort of interlocal agreement, seems to be the answer.